up, YouTube? We are back with our first MLB The Show 22 video. This video is going to focus on a game mode called Conquest. If you're just loading up MLB The Show 22, if this is your first year playing it, highly recommend knocking out Conquest to begin with. To get to Conquest, you head over to Play, Single Player Mode, Conquest. Now, there's 5 Conquest maps that are already in the game. Typically SDS will come out with more throughout the year once they start doing updates and stuff, so you want to knock these out as quick as you can. Most of these are pretty easy, they shouldn't take too long. The only one that you might have to chip away at over a couple of days is this Nation of Baseball one. But we're going to show you how to get through Conquest the quickest, in my opinion. You could use this method that I'm about to show you in the Nation of Baseball one for these other ones. As you can see, I mean, just by the pictures, you overtake maybe 1 or 2 strongholds, so it'll be really quick. But we'll get into what a stronghold is, different phases of Conquest, so that you can knock it out the fastest. Get your packs, get your hidden rewards, get your cards. Okay, so you head into Conquest and you see a giant map of the United States, and every team is, you know, positioned where they are on the map. As you can see here, I haven't made a logo yet, so we're this blank blue square right here highlighted in the light blue, and pretty much you start off in the attack phase. So the attack phase, you have 12 fans, it's called. You can see some of the other teams have more, but that's not really important as of right now. So you have 12 fans. The goal of this mode is to take over every stronghold, so every team's main base or their stronghold, and to cover all of the squares, all of the hexagons I should say, on the map. That's how you complete Conquest. Now if you push triangle, you can see there are goals you have to complete going through Conquest. Most of them you should be able to knock out just by doing the map. Acquiring fans, you're gonna knock out just again by beating the map. Territories, capturing strongholds, all of this. So luckily for this one, you really don't have to do any, I'll call it side missions, that are out of the way. Some conquests you'll have to steal some fans, which is a separate phase in some conquests. I'll show you more about that after we do the attack phase. So what you want to do is, especially with your 12 fans starting off, is you want to attack all of the empty hexagons around you, right? So you're trying to cover as much area as you can. Now you'll kind of see in between our attacks, the computer will attack each other. It's going pretty quick this year. I was reading that SDS sped up the simulation time, which is good. If it's still taking a little too long when you attack, you can push square to speed it up, but it looks like this year you won't really need to do that. So you want to surround your stronghold with all of your fans, so that way it can't be easily attacked by the computer. Typically the computer isn't too aggressive, especially early on. It kind of, this is a steal phase, so this is a perfect time to kind of go into what I was talking about earlier. So in some conquests, you need to steal a certain amount of fans to complete one of these goals on the side. This one, we're not going to do the steal phase because we don't have to. You only want to do the steal phase if you have to complete a goal for that conquest map. But pretty much when you're in the steal fans phase, and you'll get to choose from any stronghold that's left on the map. You know, you can cycle through the teams. So let's say we'll do the Guardians. And then you choose what mode or what difficulty you want to play it on. Depending on the goal, it might say steal 4 million fans or steal 3 million fans. That's going to be the one you want to do it on. Typically, you want to find the weakest team on the map. So let's say the Orioles, and you'll hit All-Star. You'll play a 3-inning game, and then you'll have to beat them. Once you beat them, you'll gain 3 million of their fans, and you'll knock out that goal for that map. But again, that's not a goal for this one. We're not going to do it. We're not going to waste our time doing it. So we're going to skip into the next phase. So you'll press start. You can see in the bottom left corner, pause, skip phase. We'll skip to the reinforce phase. So in the reinforce phase, as you can see in the bottom left, right down here, I can't really point to it, but it says we have 4 reinforcements remaining. You gain reinforcements by taking over more territory. So typically it's, you gain 1 reinforcement hexagon per 3 million fans gained. So as you can see in the right corner, we have 12 million fans. So like I said, for every 3 million fans, you get 1 reinforcement hexagon. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, which is how we got 4 reinforcements remaining. Again, the goal is to take all the blank hexagons before you start attacking the computer. So we're going to reinforce up here. We're going to add all of them up here. And then it moves us into the move fans phase. So after the reinforcement, you know, after the allotted 4, whatever the number is, and you assign it to the hexagon, you'll get moved into the move fans phase. So let's say we were, you know, all the way up in this corner attacking Seattle, and we still had maybe 3 million fans down here, and we wanted to move them up here so we can continue making our way down the west coast. This is the phase you would do that. You would simply click, let's say for instance the 5. I wanted to move them down here, and then you choose how many you want to move. You can only pick one hexagon to move at a time, so if you don't max it out, the remaining fans will stay in the initial hexagon. This scenario, we don't need to move anyone. We're gonna try and make our way west. Typically in my preference in the Conquest map is we start making our way west, take over the west coast, and kind of work our way east. So we're gonna keep moving northwest with our fans. We're gonna skip the move fans phase because we don't want to move them anywhere. Now we're back in the attack phase, and again we'll just get as many blank hexagons as we can. We're done. Back to the steel fans phase. Skip over that, not a goal. Now we're in the reinforced phase. So like I was saying earlier, for every 3 million fans gained, you get 1 reinforcement square. So we went from 12 to 16. While we did get 4 million fans, we only went up enough for 1 hexagon, if that makes sense. So if you go 4 million fans or 5 million fans, you're only going to get 1. It's not until you hit 6. You have to go in increments of 3. To continue this process, we're going to reinforce, we're going to attack until we get to the Seattle stronghold area, and then we're going to show you kind of what we do when we approach a computer stronghold. Also, yeah, I should have just mentioned it when it popped on the screen. There are hidden rewards throughout the map. Typically the smaller ones, there's not as many, obviously. This one there should be a good amount, so you will find packs or maybe stubs even while you're simulating. This gotta be a sick joke. Okay, so let me show real quick, right? We're in the Seattle area, so this is the first time we're going to be attacking a computer tile. Now I could work my way down, but for video purposes I'm going to attack to keep the video shorter. But typically we would probably get all these hexagons and then attack, but we are going to attack the computer. As you can see, we have 5 million fans as opposed to their 1 million fans. Whenever you are not attacking a stronghold, so you know, one with their logo in it, here or here for San Fran or here in Oakland, you always want to simulate. Now you want to make sure your simulated win chance is high. That's the highest it can be. Obviously you don't want it to be medium, you don't want it to be low, you're just going to risk losing fans. You want it to be high. That gives you the best shot at, again, finishing Conquest the quickest. So we're going to simulate, right? So you hit simulate, confirm simulation, and we won. Okay, we're going to do that again. Still high, and again we won. Sometimes you will lose fans, even if it's 3 to 1. More than likely you're going to take over that square. So as you can see, we have 3 million fans left, and the stronghold has 8. Now I'll click the attack just to show you, you know, for video purposes of getting Conquest done. The lowest difficulty we can attack Seattle with is Hall of Fame. You do not want to do that. You want to attack ideally on All-Star. I think All-Star is preferred so it doesn't mess up your timing, especially if you play ranked or battle royale. If you play veteran, the pitch speed and all that gets, while it is easier and things are slower, if you hop into online, you're going to be all out of whack. It's going to take you some games to get back into that. So I would always recommend playing against strongholds on All-Star. In order to get our fans up to the amount we need to play them on All-Star, even though we have 3 million fans left and we can attack down to the 1, we can't even take this blank square right here. We're actually going to skip and end our attack phase, and we're going to jump into the reinforcement phase where we have 8 million fans where we can add. So we're going to load them up on here. So now we have 11 versus their 9. Now in the movement, now when we go to attack, we can attack on All-Star. Again, you always want to attack strongholds on All-Star, even veteran, but veteran's going to mess up your timing, so I would recommend All-Star. So we're going to hop into this game. Not going to show you it, nothing special. Hopefully we're going to beat him on the first try, and we'll show you what happens after that. Alright, so we finished up, beat the Mariners, get a little, see, couple packs for the rewards. Yes, we get a Seattle jersey, which is pretty sweet. And now we have their stronghold. As you can see, there's no more Mariners logo here, it's ours. Unfortunately, we don't take over the 8 million or the 9 million fans, whatever they had. Fans in their stronghold just kind of disappear. You pretty much, that's really all Conquest is, right? So now we're going to probably clean up this area up here, and we're just going to keep doing that along the whole board. You want to do that till you finish it. Pretty simple. Again, don't attack areas that aren't strongholds. Always simulate when you do attack a stronghold. Make sure it's on all-star or veteran, but recommended all-star. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment in the section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. Let me know what else you want to see content-wise. We're gonna do obviously a ton of BR, ton of ranked seasons. We're gonna have a lot of debut cards, but I think we're gonna try and knock out conquests to get those out of the way, rack up a lot of packs so we can have a strong Diamond Dynasty team heading into our first ranked seasons game, which of course we will record and put up on YouTube. I actually just started a Twitch channel to kick off MLB The Show 22, where we will be live. I will leave my Twitch link in the description. If you could go over there and give me a follow over there, come hang out. Hope you guys all are enjoying the game. I can't wait to dive in and see what else there is as far as gameplay. This is our first game. We haven't seen too much. Expect a lot of content. We will be playing a lot, even more than we did 21. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always guys, catch you next time.